Hey, what's going on everybody, and welcome back to another Fallout 4 mod preview. That's right, once again we are taking a look at a mod that is yet to release and getting a chance to look at it early so you guys can see some of the features that'll be available when this mod actually goes public. The mod that we're taking a look at today is going to be the M4A1 by Winter. Specifically, this is going to be the model of the M4A1 from Modern Warfare 2, one that is pretty iconic and definitely very nostalgic for a lot of people, as I'm sure a lot of you guys grew up playing Modern Warfare 2. Now, this mod is actually going to take the model straight from Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, and the textures are going to be done by Winter himself, and the animations are actually going to come from the SREP mod. If you're familiar with SREP, the Service Rifle Expansion Project, it's actually a very popular service rifle mod. This is going to use those animations, which means it is going to be a requirement for this mod to work. So if anything, this is more like an add-on to the SREP project, so you get even more M4 variety. That way, if you're a big fan of the Modern Warfare 2 style of the M4, you can have that in your game alongside the service rifle from SREP. Now, on top of the animations, because it's using SREP as a base, we also get a fully functional M203 grenade launcher slung on the bottom rail of this thing, which is really cool. Adds for a lot of utility. That way you can throw a long scope on and use this rifle at long ranges for some sniping, or you can switch to the M203 if a crowd of enemies rushes you, which is pretty cool. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and take the M4A1 in-game and show off some of the stats as well as the other features available in this mod. To start off, let's go ahead and check out the stats for the M4A1. You're going to get a base damage of 30, it's shooting 5.56 rounds, has a fire rate of 127 as it is in fully automatic, has a range of 191, an accuracy of 79, a weight of 6.9 pounds, and a value of 177 caps, which is pretty fair considering you're going to be crafting this thing at the chemistry station. Keep in mind when looking at these stats that my character has no perks, so these are the raw stats of the weapon when you first pick it up. Now, like I said a second ago, in order to grab this thing, you're going to craft it at the chemistry station. There is no leveled list available for this M4A1. Instead, head over to the chemistry station under the new category, Modern Warfare 2 Remastered M4A1. In there, you will find everything you'll need to make this weapon work. First of all, crafting the M4A1 itself, you're going to need 12 aluminum, a vanilla Fallout 4 assault rifle, 9 plastic, 14 screws, 6 spring, and 7 steel. So you're actually going to have to convert a regular vanilla gun to make this modded one. You'll also have access to the toggle for the M4A1 M203. This is what's going to allow you to switch over to that underbarrel grenade launcher. And then of course the 40mm grenades that are going to be required for that grenade launcher to shoot. In order to craft these, you're going to need a Demolition Expert, 1 acid, 1 adhesive, 3 copper, 2 fertilizer, and 4 steel, and this is going to craft 30 every time you make it. And now let's go ahead and check out the custom animations, starting with the equipping animation. We have the firing and reloading. We do get a custom melee. And a custom grenade throw. And really quick, let's talk about that M203 underbarrel grenade launcher. In order to get this thing to work, you're going to need to, first of all, make sure that you only have one of the M4A1s in your inventory. You're going to need to throw away the rest of them, otherwise the toggle is not going to work. Then, simply craft some of those toggle items, head over to your inventory, they will be in the aid section. It'd be really convenient to bind these to a hotkey like I have here. And we'll go ahead and press the button, switch over to the M203, and now we can fire grenades. And then if you want to switch back, simply hit that toggle again, and you're back to normal. Pretty cool. And before we get into modifications, there actually is one more small feature, and that is an Easter egg that is present on the ACOG scope when you equip it. There is a nice little QR code that you can scan, so go ahead and feel free to scan that now if you're in for a quick little trip down memory lane. And now let's go ahead and talk about the attachments available for the M4A1. They are a little bit sparse in some categories that you'd be used to. For example, like the receiver section, we actually have only one automatic receiver, so pretty standard. Though keep in mind, we are checking out a mod preview here. Everything here is not final, and some things will be changed by the time of full release, so we may see some damage modifiers here later. But for now, in my build, there is only one standard receiver. In terms of the barrels, we have the standard barrel with the vertical grip, and then we have the standard barrel with the M203. Of course, that's going to be required in order for that toggle switch to work. For stocks, we only have the one stock option. For magazines, we only have the standard magazine. For sights, though, we do have a couple of options. We have the standard iron sights, the classic Modern Warfare 2 reflex sight, the ACOG scope, and the EOTech hollow sight. For muzzles, we have the standard flash hider and the suppressor. And then for the rail, we have the option to add a PEC-15 laser sight. Now, as we move on to the damage tests for today, we are only going to be running 2 damage tests, one of which is just going to be the M4A1 itself, since there is no damage modifier in this mod, and the other test will be the M203 to see how much damage the grenade launcher actually does. So let's go ahead and start with the standard M4A1 and see how much damage this thing can do. With 30 damage per shot, shooting in fully automatic, we should be able to take down this Deathclaw pretty quick. And in 26 bullets, that Deathclaw is down. Pretty nice. This is going to fare pretty well even though there are no damage modifiers, though at the very least it will scale if you take any of the perks. Let's see how we do with the M203. And in 3 shots, that Deathclaw is down. It may actually be more time efficient to just use the regular version of the M4A1, though that M203 is going to come in handy for groups of weak enemies like feral ghouls. So yeah guys, that is the Modern Warfare 2 M4A1 by Winter. Definitely looking forward to this one's full public release. Just keep in mind again, everything that was shown in this video is a preview build and is subject to change by the time the final product is finished. That being said, I am definitely looking forward to see what is added by Winter by the time this thing actually releases. I would definitely like to see a little bit more in the receiver category just so we can actually upgrade this thing in terms of its damage, though if not, it is really cool that you at least get the underbarrel grenade launcher for some different modes of damage output. Either way, this mod's definitely going to be a very cool release and worth keeping your eye out for, especially if you're already a user of the SREP mod. This is definitely going to pair very well in tandem with that to add even more variety to those M4s, that way you and your companions can all bring an M4 variant and still have it look different. Definitely going to recommend this one to just about anybody out there, especially the users who are fans of the old school Modern Warfare 2, definitely an iconic version of the M4A1, one that everybody remembers and one that I like a whole lot. With that though, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to drop a rating, subscribe if you haven't already for more videos just like this, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace! And really quick, I'd like to make a shout out to all of our patrons. Your donations are greatly appreciated and really help to support the channel and videos just like this one. So again, thank you.